Okay, gonna keep this quick and short. I've never done a video like this. So this is my 1974 CB360. I just cleaned the gas tank. 1,000 of you guys are asking how I cleaned it. This is how I did that. So real quick, before I get into it, this is what I used. Here in good old Kansas, we got Walmarts everywhere, on every block basically. They have this stuff, CLR, whatever. Yeah, this was like $7. It gets the job done, or at least it did for me. Aquarium gravel. I use this. People use BBs, nuts, bolts, screws, whatever the heck you want to throw in your gas tank. I use this. I don't know. It worked pretty good if you saw in the photos. $3. Duct tape. Use whatever the heck you want. That's what I used to clog any holes on the gas tank. Plug, cover, however you want to call it. Distilled water. I use this because everyone said it won't rust your tank, so I listen to them. So basically, I guess regular water is going to rust the heck out of it. This is not. Use this. I don't know. Don't use regular water. So, I've already done this process. I'm not going to do it again. But I can and will go through the steps of what I did. First thing you're going to want to do, take the gas tank off. Probably has a bolt or two here. Might have one up there. On this thing, it had nothing holding it in. It was just sitting there. I don't know. Yeah, there's the gas tank. It's off. After you got your gas tank off your bike, open the cap. Any holes of any sort on the bottom, plug them. I use duct tape. Use whatever you want. The aquarium gravel. I put about 2/3 of the bag inside the tank along with a gallon of distilled water. So, once you have the rocks inside, you can use BBs, nuts, anything small, hard, and you have a large quantity of. Put it inside the distilled water, close the cap, make sure everything's closed on the bottom, shake it for like 10-15 minutes, as long as you can, going every which way possible. I took a break after 10 minutes, came back for 5, took a break, came back for 5. I found something to dump this in. I let the rocks in, got all the gunky water out, poured it out. Came out brown, nasty, gritty, gunky stuff. I repeated the water process 2-3 times, each time slightly getting the water more clear. I ended up running out of distilled water. I ended up using a hose. Probably not supposed to, but I did. Turned out good for me. So basically with that, I just put the hose on the top, had anything I had on the bottom, plugging any holes, unplugged, let it run through. Once it filled up, I just turned it upside down, poured all the gunk water out. Then I tried getting the rocks out. Basically the same process of getting the water out, just turn the tank upside down, turn the tank upside down and shake. After you get all the rocks out, get most of it, you're gonna rinse it out a few more times, so don't freak out yet if you can't get a pebble or two out. I still had probably 5 or 10 in there that I couldn't get out. I just moved on. I plugged all holes on the bottom. I put a full container of this inside the gas tank once this was plugged, and then filled it to the top with distilled water. Then I just sat it down and let it sit for 2 to 3 days. After letting it sit, I could tell from looking inside, it looked pretty clean. The water on top was real icky, but you could see that the metal was overall cleaned. Now, you want to get that water out. Just pour it out wherever you choose to pour out. A bucket, the grass, you're not supposed to, but whatever you want. After that, I just took a little bit of gas, maybe a cup, put it in here, swished it around, dumped it. I did that maybe one more time, just gas, swished it around, dumped it. Then I took an air compressor, got it as dry as I could, and set it outside in the sun. Let it just dry out as much as you want. You can put sealer on the inside. I don't want to. Don't really need to. If I absolutely have to, I'll redo this process. It took a total of maybe 25-30 minutes of doing, and then just a day or two of sitting. So a quick recap. Take your gas tank off. If there's anything in it, get it out. Old gas, old anything, get it out. Take your petcock off if you want. I'd recommend it. Plug any holes on the bottom of the gas tank. Get your rocks, get your BBs, get your nuts, get whatever you're going to fill this gas tank up to knock off the loose rust inside the gas tank. After everything is sealed on the bottom, fill it up with roughly a gallon of water, preferably distilled. Shake it. Shake it like it owes you money. Shake it like it just tried stealing your bike. Shake it like it just told you your bike sucks. After shaking it, empty out all the water, all the rust, all the nastiness out of it. Get your rocks, nuts, whatever out. Plug all holes on the bottom again. Fill it with your rust remover. Fill it to the top with distilled water. Let it sit for 2 to 3 days. You might need longer. Mine took 2 to 3 days. It was pretty bad. Drain everything out of it again. That's the rust remover, distilled water, and the remaining rust that's within it. Rinse it out with about a cup of gas. Shake it all about. Get every nook and cranny of the gas tank with gas. Pour it out wherever you want. Put it back on your bike, hook everything up, fill it up, you're good to go. And that's how you get this looking like this.